Hello guys, welcome back to the channel after several weeks. Before we get in, before we get into tonight's Q&A, first things first, I've decided, I've decided to put a spoon in up through content on the channel, given um given current events until things settled down in the fan, and until things settled down in the fan. That'll be the case for quite some time. I've already explained in greater detail on the TARDIS on Ox stream last night as to I obviously next Tuesday is the first of in the review, which I'm excited for. But I would ask the chat to I would ask the chat for when we do that stream to kind of keep the topic onto episode on if you're going to talk about energy, because I don't want
Yeah, because
any.
he will kill you if you spoil
Yeah.
it for him, basically.
Yeah, I don't want any I want also keep the topic to the first episode of series one. These guys, so without any further ado, let me introduce you to my co-host as always, Ian Charlotte and YouTuber Oil. And I have to And I have to actually, and I have to actually say as well, you've been a big support behind the scenes, especially the last few days with all the crap that's come out there. Basically, and obviously, he's suggesting the Q&A stream tonight, and obviously, the energy things that they've got coming up. So thanks for that. So how are you anyway?
Good. I could have work was lovely but frustrating today, so it's nice to chill with you guys tonight. I think it'd be a nice thing for me.
Yeah. So here's how it's going to work, guys, right? You're here for 2 hours, but the streams, but the streams, what you guys make it and so and so send us in some questions.
Because we know some of you aren't shy. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
So this would be fun if you just ask us anything relatively that we can answer.
yeah. Uh,
Because it's just going to
uh,
be dead air if we don't get questions.
yeah, it's just going to be it's just, it's just going to be that the guys to ask is
Oh,
question.
garbage, garbage. I told you we were doing this, so you should have questions. I told you we were doing this.
Um, alright, well this is awkward.
Oh, God. I thought,
Um,
let's do a Q&A. That'd be fun. It's not too much pressure.
um,
We can just lark about.
so what sci-fi will you be watching next? Well, Orkney says at some point in the future to give Puerto Rico a rewatch the original version, but Charlotte's been insisted updated by
I've been given homework.
by Courtney to prioritize 2014 before obviously it would leak. And I have to actually say, like, just to give you a wee bit of added extra onto your question, PJ. As I told you, as I told you via private message on Twitter, I felt 2049 was about killer on Canadian places, and and I, I thought the first half was kind of a drag, but was kind of a drag and a bit boring. Second, um, the second half, I thought this way Harrison Ford to return to the screen as uh, I thought the movie, I thought that the movie got as it progressed into the second half of the movie, but I'd actually, I did, I'd actually think that Rank was when was a bit of a power act, to be honest. He was as much use as a talk. I regard he's got no personality at all. He was just he was just asked to be another to be another
Oi,
boy.
there's nothing wrong with pretty boys. Nothing wrong with a pretty boy.
Well,
Some of them can act.
yeah, but he's just a bit of a plank, but let's be honest. But I saw, but I saw a question from, I saw a question from Chris, and this on is, and this one is directed towards my co-host.
Oh, I don't know. Well, here's the thing, right? I might as well explain here because I sort of have on to some people in chats, but not on a stream. Daniel is the person who came up with the name.
Yeah.
He, in some of our private chats, would just start calling me it, and I basically wanted to have a bit more of a YouTuber sounding scream name than just my actual name. So I was just like, well, Daniel already calls me it, and I sort of like the Tardy Zone in here. I joke I'm the token female, so it was just sort of that as well, a little bit all rolled in. So
I just basically called it because it amused me. That's the only reason I started.
well, that's now my screen name.
Yeah. So
and it's funny because Chris and Problem have lots of fun with it, and they always say "mom" and all that. So it's a good fun in the chat for people as well.
So if you go the Hurricane Convention when we start again, well, and because all of the major ones that are over in the UK basically over the orphanage ample are all down and just take away from me from the Only the Arman, that would be a travel nightmare, to be honest, and also Kuwait, and also Kuwait, Australia, Nepal. Okay, and imagine it would be the same or Charlotte as well.
Yeah, I think there's some closer, but obviously none of the main ones.
Yeah,
And I'm going to be honest, I've never been to a dedicated Doctor Who convention.
yeah,
And I don't know if I'd get a bit, because I can be in crowds, but sometimes I'm not brilliant in them, if I'm being perfectly honest. So
you get the same,
maybe,
and you get the same, and you get the same, and you get all the fat heads as well. Or, walking in front of my trick wheelchair, and I get pissed off. And I get pissed
yeah,
off.
but Daniel, that means you just do road rage.
Yeah.
And you just go, I've got a wheelchair. That's one of the perks, isn't it?
Oh well, don't give me any encouragement.
Like, come on, tell me you haven't done that at a stadium at a Celtic game.
I've been tempted to do it,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, I'm very surprised if you haven't.
Yeah, so, um, yeah, so guys, keep the questions on, and so I'm starting to get a bit of momentum on here now, so,
Because I thought I
actually,
saw one.
good,
Uh,
hold on, uh,
if not, we'll just probably just read some of what you guys are saying in the chat. But this is the fun of a Q&A, so if you've got questions.
nah, that's for problem.
Yeah, that's after his little holy moment on Rabbi Stream, where he read a bit of a prayer.
See, they get the fact that he's a bit of a silver, but but like, come on, he's starting to steal our fund, and I've got you're the stars of the show in this
Oh
channel,
come
so
on!
yeah,
It's not like you can ignore Lee whether he's in the chat or on the stream.
yeah.
Oh, there's a question for you, Daniel. PJ.
Well, it's all heavily, it's all heavily, segregated. I don't actually, I don't actually come in to, I don't actually come in into any sort of contact with them. We just, supposed, us partly because, and partly because of the car park me and my are and it's also heavily segregated as I said, and the actual way the actual way out just and this park with
Yeah, that's probably for good
or any of
reason.
our fans come in, but yeah, and so that's a very interesting question, but here's our answer, and as tempting as that may be, yeah, but never happen. They'll give
You're too nice.
segregation.
Old ladies don't care. If they've got one of those things, they use it.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a few more, so thank you, people. Seeing them popping up.
Right. So
Oh God.
so who would you like to meet apart from um not simple answer Peter Capaldi and kill this Briggs and probably um again, and obviously, if but I don't that tourism and tourism all in the archive series, so yeah, that's cool. I would obviously Kappa the and obviously if Farima Gemini obviously and Nagarovi.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, but
one
that's the
that
thing though. You would just wouldn't be able to speak if you met Freema.
um I mean yeah, but also a pound as well if you
Oh
didn't
yeah, but for very different reasons.
uh,
Very different reasons.
yeah, um, yeah, it'd be interesting to meet um 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 it'd be interesting to meet Tom because it's partly because partly because he's such a an experienced actor and he's an experienced actor and he's and he has on a couple of other things that I enjoy. As he was in a forum at Britain as well, so be interesting to get his thoughts on that series as a whole because as I said back in the more early days of the channel, I'm a massive to Britain fan and Charlotte can attest to this because do you remember the conversations
Oh God,
that
yeah. When
we
it
had
got
during
cancelled,
yeah.
and you would, it was the rage that I'm used to seeing about. To be honest, too, like when we had that conversation, but it was so obvious because that was the height, wasn't it, of
Yeah.
everything has to be cancelled, and it's still going on now, obviously, but that was probably the height of it.
Again, again, in simple answer, I would go back to the 1967 European Cup final between Celtic and just to see my in just to see my team become the best side in the best side in Europe as the and um, and so yeah, so from years ICFA and that is one of the more obvious um, aims that I would go to. How about yourself, Charles?
There's a few like because I'm a massive Queen fan and I'm a massive Freddie fan, so
Yeah,
probably one my sort of go tos is Live Aid when he gave
yeah,
that performance because I would love to have been in the crowd because it just you can tell that that was magic, and it was even now when they just play because I can remember when it was the Olympics, the 2012 Olympics, and I can't remember if it's opening or closing, and I was abroad with my family, and we were watching it in a bar, and they played obviously famously through a hologram, Freddie doing the to getting the crowd to sing back to him, and it was so amazing just to see it recreated. So I would
yeah.
love to probably be in the crowd when he did that because I'm a massive Queen and Freddie fan. So that's my go-to. There's probably others if I thought.
Yeah, so yeah, so probably in actual, yeah, a sensible a sensible question by
We're
him.
gonna get a daft
And
one afterward.
it says if you could emote if any other fictional character would so who would you pick?
Do you wanna go first?
Okay, I would I would actually I would actually probably pick I probably pick um Arc from the 2004 Battlestar Galactica because she's quite also and so yes Arc, Arc from the Battlestar Galactica who and so who would you pick?
Well, I think everybody can guess the Doctor. It's pretty obvious that it would be 11, it'd be Matt. But I'm trying to think of other things, other fictional, because it's one of those things that I probably could think of like 5 or 10, but it's trying to just narrow it right now.
Yeah. I am so 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 you mean in any other
Yeah, that's
oh
the.
no yeah what do you mean by that? Because the obvious answer again the obvious would be a pal.
Oh yeah, but any other fictional characters? So I'm just going through my favourite shows right now, basically in my head. And
Yeah.
who I tell you what, just because it's recent and I've just finished playing the game, actually, Geralt from The Witcher, because I really love the show, and I'm
Yeah.
so I don't want it to go bad. I just want season 2 to be good for that. But I really, and like I said, just finished the game, and I love the cat. Geralt is probably the one I'd say for a non-who right now. Because also, if anything bad could happen, he could kill stuff, so I'd be safe.
Here's a question from you, Charlotte.
Thank you for the lovely surprise present, Disaster. I've been busy because I was watching Blade Runner, so that was my weekend, and then that. So I'll probably hopefully get around this weekend to it because now I have homework. Like I now have to watch things, which I love for streams, but it just means stuff for fun has to come sort of last a little bit.
So so issue it's excluding octa or at or actor with so or
That's a good
actor
one, BJ.
waiting and I would actually like to meet obviously if Isakov would be um um would obviously be on like I would kind of like to I would I would kind of like I would kind of like to meet several of the Star Wars and and asked us alone. I of the original
But who out the original
trilogy,
three? Let's say you had to pick one.
Hamill.
Yeah, see, I'd be Harrison. just because of this. I'm also an indie fan. I like my Indiana Jones, so I could talk to him about that as well as Han Solo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who I would. Because that's the thing. I love so many. Like obviously, and I'll tell you what, because I was a massive Merlin fan growing up, so probably Colin Morgan, because that was a big thing I watched growing up. So to chat with him about actually, because it was Merlin was interesting because they were doing their own take on it as well. So it probably would be interesting to hear his sort of how he played Merlin and why he played him a certain way, because it was deliberately a young Merlin. It wasn't the legends. So yeah, Colin Morgan probably. I think.
Oh Jesus, forgetting a lot of questions
Well,
now.
Wendy, before we missed it, she said favourite authors. So I would probably say Stephen King. I love Stephen King, and because he's done so many books, so it would be interesting just to pick his brain. I think for how he writes and the sort of because it's horror as well, like what process he does for that. I'm trying to think. If I had a time machine, Arthur Conan Doyle, because of Holmes, and also because he famously, I think he sort of grew to not despise Holmes as a creation, but definitely have some bad sort of issues almost. Is the impression I've always got. So it'd be interesting to see why he became like that almost near the end of the Holmes stuff.
Just actually trying to find the question so we can highlight. So yeah, so yeah, so yeah, to be honest, but I feel like I don't really eat, I don't really eat, to be that honest. I feel, see, I'm kind of more, odd, to be honest.
Okay, so audio writers. Let's say they've written audio, because that is still technically writing, but it's just a different format.
So who's my so my favourite big finish writer, because I do listen to a lot of big finish audio dramas, because that's my main sort of outlet for that type of thing. My favourite writer are either obviously Bird Ixnay kill is Briggs, because his stuff fun as either him or um Jonathan and Jonathan Orris or John he very favorite like finish writers. If you had to make me choose, because there is actually a lot of writers that I do connect with for them in terms of the stuff. After if you were holding onto my head and told me to and told me to pick three of them. Those are the three I finish I as I pick, because like was three um was three guys have produced scripts that have without tell me further on like finish journey.
Yep. So we've got quite a few. Thank you for the lovely questions, people.
Right.
Oh, we have very different views on this one.
Like So do you want me to pray answer first, or do you want the more positive
Yeah, basically,
answer?
guys, do you want the positive that even with the current rumours, I still have a tiny, flame of hope? Or do you want Daniel's depressing response first?
Who do you want first? Because mine's a bit more depressing. Do you want the more hopeful answer first, or do you want the answer?
This is the fun thing with StreamYard. They're probably all answering right now, but it's like delayed response.
Right, we'll just, we'll just, well, first. And I mean, I think, I think that, I think this was pretty much in it, to be honest. I mean, because to be honest, I feel you're getting, uh, and to me, I'm getting all this and carry on behind the scenes, and apparently, the series is over budget, and you've got all the shit that came with the time with this child, and I'm not going to get into the current sort of controversy, but I think, I think all of it has, I think all of that I've just mentioned is what is ultimately going to, and it's ultimately going to compound them as the BBC having to answer all that. But yeah, that's my and in my opinion is it, and obviously when it gets cancelled for a second time, it ain't coming back in my opinion, because the public perception is so are in the shit are at the moment. So yeah, that's my opinion. But Charlotte has a more positive response. Mine is also a sunshine in the rain.
Like usual. Well, no, I basically think if there's enough of a clear sign that change has happened, that Chibnall and his lot have gone, that we have a doctor that I would say it has to be male. Now, I think definitely with the failure of the 13th Doctor, it's just reinforced it in parts of the fandom that this character is male. So if a male actor was announced and you had a new showrunner, and they basically didn't talk about Whittaker's run, like, because not retcon it, just basically like the whole "I'm half human on my mother's side" comment, how it was never undone from canon, it was just sort of ignored and not spoke about. I think that's how they would have to treat an era after Whittaker, just don't reference it. And I think, honestly, I think there's enough love for this show. It's enough of an important part of British culture that it is enough of a statement of we are changing that this show can be saved. Because the amount of people that tuned in for her first episode for me is enough of a sign that if you give enough of a good signal that people will come to this show. But that's the problem. It has to be a real sign, a real sort of we're listening moment, and that's hard to imagine from the BBC right now. So I think it can be done. It just is a lot of effort, though. It's a lot of effort, and it's going to take getting very talented people back to this show.
So each character from whom what a companion or the Doctor on Avros the most like
Oh, I think we have to answer that for each other, though.
As where's that? That's a question for as that's a question for authors and
I think so. But it's hard, isn't it, to say about yourself who you think you're most like. That's why I think it'd be better if we say who we would think for each other.
Yeah, right. Let's just say that.
I don't think it's hard to say for yourself.
Yeah, let's just say that. Then when I find and can't find the right now that went up because they said it's still within a companion. See, you got
Well, no, we can think of characters that are not companions.
yeah. Right. Well, from you then. For um, um, for you then, I would probably for you then, I'd probably say you would probably say you're and that you would actually oh my god, this is all.
Just say it. You've said worse. Come on.
Well,
You would just say it.
Like I would actually say that you have the same sort of personality traits as well. Myself, for it, what kind of and kind of a sort of positive up sort of character.
Okay, I'll take Wilf. I liked Wilf. See, would the brig count as a companion? Because I'm just thinking for the straightforwardness of Daniel. Like, he doesn't take any rubbish, he just says what he thinks, and that makes me think of the brig. So there's problem. Does that count as a companion? Because I'm trying to think of another character who's that straightforward, who's not a companion. And sort of just says the views. But I know the brig's a bit of a sort of isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, well, Fancy was an oh god.
What? Oh, okay. Oh god, now I'm gonna have to think. Yeah, but technically Wolf was a companion, wasn't he?
Just let me have it, woman. I'm only half him after the stream.
But no, oh god, I'll have to think of somebody because I suppose Wolf wasn't technically one. See that's the problem. I'm struggling now. I'll take that one, Struku. I'll take that one. Because the personality then, if it's somebody who shoots from the hip and is quite forthright, then that's Daniel. So I'll take Mike.
Yeah.
See, this is fun thing, right? I'm getting there with classic knowledge. I'm getting there. Yeah.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, that was a hard one.
Well, because you always think of companions, don't you? So when you try and say to somebody, well done, problem, not companions, your mind sort of goes, oh, God. Right.
Oh, PJ, don't you encourage him now?
Like what PJ said, it's not popped up. Yeah, but it's because then it's just, so sometimes that's a bit finicky, isn't it? Like there was a few, at least to find them. So this is the funding of a stream now, people. You're just seeing us like drastically try and read through the comments. I'm sure I saw one. Was it Wendy? Did you say what films? It was me. Oh, here we go. At Queen Charlotte. What are your favourite films / movie? Oh God, I have a few favourite films. Because I like my sort of pulpy things, so that's why I actually like the first Pirates movie. Because it knows what it is. It's adventure. It's a bit of comedy. Johnny Depp didn't do my head in at that point. I like Jack at that point, so I quite like the first Pirates movie. But then I'm a Disney girl as well, so a lot of the classic Disney stuff I adore. I'm trying to think. Genre though, I don't have one type of genre, Wendy. I sort of if you haven't clicked this yet, I'm a bit of a magpie. I sort of just flip from stuff that I like, so I don't really have favourite genres. It depends what mood I'm in, if anything. I can go from watching like a horror thing to something that's just fluff, as I refer to as.
Right, so right, so I'm just catching up with the chat to see if there's any more questions that we asked before that we're up to 8, and then you guys can and I don't know if this counts as a question from the child decade and the
Retro, we're all doing that. I think he asked us questions similar to what would you do with the show. So I think I sort of answered that already.
Yeah, well, if I wasn't so apathetic towards it, here's what I would, and here's what I would do, if I was so right, I would say to the BBC, identity politics is banned. If you don't like it, shove it up your arse.
That would be an official edict from Daniel Show, wouldn't it?
I will, would that shall we change up the format because I think as I think as well as I said last night the 45 minute format has had its time almost, and I do think that there needs to be some sort of rejuvenation after the format because I think as with a lot of who's shoes and like that. This is this is make sure it's entirely here. I'm not just having a particular a shot at a particular a show runner. I think is with the 13 episode format. There's always going to be a sort of a big each episode. So what I would so what I would do personally is have a short after episode count similar to the film and similar to the film in the but have it but have every episode sort of act so that there's no so that there's no sort of or these episodes and have the same sort of constant idea sort of through till the finale, and then in the finale, you, you get the payoff and the payoff. Oh, but as well, I would kind of get the I didn't would kind of get rid of the would kind of get rid of the term order honorism. Well, because um because I think the job to give it from a sword for honor I was for too much power. I think it needs to be dished to the ability to sort of act risk give up to the current producer because the current situation right now is that they've just got a half what it doesn't know what is doing. I can complete and utter arse to the highest order, which get too much and they get too much power and they get overspent to produce the series who is absolutely shite at who's absolutely shite at promoting the series and also who can actually figure out three different sort of story arcs for each series because he's still on his very first story arc, so he's just a half that basic job.
Yeah,
What do
and
you think?
I agree with Daniel. I think the format and with Daniel, I grew up with New Who, so it's not easy to say this, but I do think in hindsight now it is been an issue. So I would maybe if they couldn't do a 6 episode like a Line of Duty,
Yeah,
I think it would work to have 3 or 4 hour plus sort of event mini movies like Sherlock, because that I think that
yeah,
works. And my other sort of thing would be I think we need to have a non fan run the show because I just think if you I think it's a fan thing to want to go into canon. It's sort of this thing that I think fans all have in them. So they need if I were to pick a showrunner after Chibnall, my first thing would be it has to be somebody not from the little clique, not from who's a fan, from outside who can basically just go right. What works? What's the core concept? I'll stick to that. So that would also be my thing. Just a non-fan, please.
so Alpha said, would you be in favor of a multi-master story team story with them teaming up against the Ox? I know we and Charlotte
Oh, I
and
knew
for
you'd
the
do this.
one
I knew right. I like the I need to make this up. I need to make this clear. I don't hate the master, right? I do not hate the master. I'm just fed up of seeing the master at this point, and I think the character desperately needs a rest. So no, Alpha. Sadly, on my end, that would be no because I just think, especially if it would have to probably it would probably be they ever did that. Oh, the modern masters, and they've all just become crazy people. And Missy was the only one that I think pulled it off. So but the others are just going to have a competition of who can do the most kookiest voice and be the most stupid. So for me, that would be a no. But Daniel might have a different opinion.
see to me to be totally honest with you, I think um I think that should run in an odd sort of idea because as kind of a bit more sort of pantomime is type of thing. I mean it's more just a on sort of extra side story. So I think that type of story will on finish. And can I just say as well, if you haven't checked out the Ultima story, ask a full everybody in chat as well as Charlotte as a really as a as a real enjoyable as a real enjoyable story, and there's some comedic moments and then there is and Jeffrey Beavers and Eric Roberts actually give some actually give some some with performances if you all would if you all would my channel for on an extent and it period I'm on what channel or what of you have you in all that my relationship with very varied on Eric Roberts my Asta and I think the multi Asta only kind of improved his incarnation in my estimation because I remember being on screens before from Charlotte and with other streamers, and I would Eric Roberts performance in the TV movie and Arsenal with Nathan Calvary because it was that bad, but like obviously as obviously as I'm hearing that story, you can kind of see that he's kind of got the creative control which um, um, I actually never had it over it over it over it over it Ox and America because I don't think they truly understood what the show was. Ox, to be honest,
Well, yeah, it's. I think if you're not, I think with America, obviously there's American fans, and we know plenty of them now. And if they're
yeah,
in the show, they know it, and they don't. But I think, especially in America, if you are not part of the fandom,
yeah,
it's such a hard sort of show to explain and to try and like make any sense of. So no wonder that executives in America were like, we think we know what to do, and it's like, no.
oh, that's a good one. I've
Yeah.
got, I've actually got an answer for that. That's actually, I've been on live because it's something that I've always wanted to see, but for some reason haven't got around to it yet, and I don't know why that is. But I definitely will. Of Bill on Fiverr shop about
I'm
news
trying to think
article.
because you guys tell me enough things. So there's probably like 5 things a lot of you guys have said, oh, you have to watch, and I have, and it's, but I can't think of any right. Probably, and Problem's gonna send me like chirp, but probably when I like 7 because I've heard just so much about it. But it's like I said, I love you guys, but I have a lot of stuff to watch now.
And unfortunately, we have had that show spoiled for me to move on.
Only because it's just been referenced so many times, and obviously it has some links, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, but somebody spoiled it and all them screaming.
Yeah, this is why BT doesn't want any Line of Duty spoilers. Because I have to be very careful when I speak to Daniel now about it. Because I'm like, I can't give it, because I'm bad at not clicking when I'm giving spoilers to people. So I have to be very careful now when I speak with Daniel if Line of Duty comes up.
Yeah, so PG says Babylon 5 is good. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a go, but right now I'm kinda, I'm right, I'm kinda preparing for obviously the first line of duty, the first line of duty review, and I've actually, went back a couple of times so far and watched the first episode, and by the time that we come to do the review next Tuesday, I'll have probably watched it at least another 3 or 4 times or something like
Yeah,
that.
but luckily, Line of Duty is one of those shows that it actually gets better the more you watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of those rare shows, especially the early seasons.
Yeah, but like is the railway is under like sort of acted to replace by by years now to say and won't jump too far ahead because I'm not
Oh, you'll get so
very
confused,
much
mate.
ahead of that show. Yeah, so I kind of I kind of okay. I saw that because usually I just go right ahead and you get the end result of the time with children you seen the obviously and obviously in the time on to the victorious and um it can series and like on both occasions on both occasions
Which I told you both times. I told you both times, Daniel, do not touch those things.
Yeah.
And for some weird reason, you went ahead and watched them both.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, come on, my senses, like my spider senses is telling you don't do it.
But I can't, but yeah, to be fair, no, I kind of took you on advice this time, and, and so far anyway, I'll probably end up putting my foot
No, I know what will happen.
Then,
You'll get into one of the series. I know this is going to happen with you with Line of Duty, and you'll be like, I watched like half of it, and I'll be like, Daniel, no.
yeah.
Disaster's got a question.
Is it up a bit?
Yeah, it's up a bit.
Yeah. Have you seen it? And short answer, it's something that I would do. Like to see, but I haven't seen. Although I heard, although, although I heard, I heard, the war series kind of hates the bed to if I didn't recall attack someone like that. Would I have a try or should I just
But I suppose you could watch up until you feel it that bad. I mean, until you feel like the identity politics is overpowering.
yeah.
Because I think we're going to have to accept that everything now is going to have some sort of identity politics, and we sort of just have to pick the stuff that isn't too in your face.
Yeah.
Because like people saw that stuff in like The Witcher, like for another example, like people were saying it had like it was really pro women and Geralt was a secondary character and stuff. But if you actually look at apparently in the books they based it off that they were books that happened to have a lot to do with the female leads in. And Geralt works best actually as not the main character almost. He works best as the sort of he's important obviously because it's his show, but he almost works a bit less is more with that character. So I do think we're gonna have to not just cry out about everything a little bit and just pick the stuff we like.
Yeah, and can I just say the one it some more questions yeah it must to be very high the first episode though in because I think what I think is well or an opening episode of a show and it kind of sets things up sort of almost perfect in the opening sort of scene is kind of epic as well, so it kind of sets the tone for that episode. And I remember saying to you off stream, it reminded me, it reminded me of something out of a movie. Was that epic?
Yeah, no, Line of Duty is very good, and you'll find this going forward with the action.
Yeah.
It does such a good job that you'll go from like a high adrenaline scene to just character scenes, and they just flow so well.
Yeah.
Plus, now you'll understand why I want Martin to be a doctor. I think.
Fancy and come on then. That's it.
How's it any different to you and your list?
Well, to be fair, and to be fair, and to be fair, I think you've kind of got your own sort of list.
Yeah, but at least I can talk about them being good actors. Because, to be fair, Martin as Steve, he does a very good thing of being this unlikable character, but you still root for him.
But to be fair though, I have actually said in the past that Jimmy's a great actor.
Yeah, it's just that's not what the first thing you talk about.
Yeah.
Oh look, yep.
Yep.
I just happen to have some male actors that it's not bad looking, but I can tell you why they're good actors.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay now, but I just do it to do this basic I saw my fan.
Well, I'm here, so that should be enough.
Oh
God, Sudoku, really? Have you seen Sudoku's question?
Oh my god, are you trying to get us cancelled?
Yeah, you're trying to get us both cancelled.
I'm not even going to touch that. To be honest, because people will get the wrong idea.
Well, just listen to our streams. You can probably pick some of mine. I've said that I'm not gonna lie. There's some. I like to have a good-looking man sometimes in a story, in a film, in a TV show.
Yeah.
But my favourite Doctor is Matt, and it's nothing to do with his looks. It's all to do with how he played the Doctor.
And yes, probably. I know that you're still trying, but you know how Obama can be as bishop. So it'll be a hell of a long time before I would decide to get back into because how long did it take you to convince me to give Lena Drippy a shot?
Oh God! Well, I think you got fed up of me just talking about it. I'm amazed though I didn't give away too much, but you just got fed up, I think, of me being like, oh, like this was brilliant, or being a bit down, like not happy about it. So you were just like, oh, I have to give it a go.
Yeah.
And to be, and it isn't, and it does show that not all modern telly is rubbish. There is some good modern telly. It's just hard sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and like, I know that you, in particular, in, and owned by the latest and sort of thing. And to be honest with you, I kind of want to go into that the most sort of open mind
Yeah,
possible.
that's fine. I just had my
Yeah,
one like little thing of moaning at you about it, and I didn't.
yeah,
But here's the thing: you might love it. You never know. That's the fun thing.
yeah. Or I might just come on here and I put a new one. And they know how that's going to go if I think it's bad.
Oh, it'd be fun for the viewers.
Yeah.
And when he did, he really did. Which was why when some of the recent Muppets in the fandom decided to have a go, I was just like, oh, you don't understand his Doctor at all. If you're gonna try and call him his Doctor those things, which is what they were trying to do.
At the same point, no, said oil was a spoiler. Was it could be a thing written from the years ago to 2 years ago. Asked until asked the weeks oil was a spoiler. And in my opinion, and I hate
Yeah,
oil.
he's not PG. He's not PG. Who can just hear spoilers and still watch something.
Um, yeah.
And I'm not as bad with spoilers, but I do find that if I hear like especially a bad spoiler for something, even when I'm watching it, it's in my head. So I'm not as bad for spoilers, but yeah, if I know it's going to end bad, I find sometimes I do find it hard to watch something, which is why I think cutting off points are good. Are you saying he's got an agenda problem?
Yeah, because I can't even, and I can't even just tell, well, well, no, I've chatted about actually mentioning beliefs. I've made that. I bet you mentioned that in his soul.
Oh, the fun thing is, you're saying that, and Lee's gonna have to just reply in the comments.
Well, yeah, but when I'm breathing, you can get my own, yeah, kid, or I
Oh,
mean, I mean, because the title of the show is called, uh, and Owen Shaw. excellent conversation we have and a chance to actually Ian
Well, yeah, you've got the
and
OG today, folks. You've not had just the two of us in a while, have you?
yeah,
So we thought that'd be fun, just have the two of us. But we love all our guests, including Problem.
yeah, sometimes.
Oh, oh, Daniel's got fight tonight.
He know, he, but he knows I'm joking.
Oh, he does. So, folks, have you got any more questions?
Yeah, any more questions? Again, I'm gonna use around the bath. Each having appreciation, just like in the chat, you know.
Oh, come on then. Oh,
Serious?
oh, Daniel, you just got told off.
See, we were trying to get into so we tune into the first episode of in the duty and I put here so that can actually understand what the hell they are talking about. It's Tuesday, but wasn't up for it, though. Wasn't buying it. Although I did
Oh,
it, although I did actually, we say you could find you over in Art and Ormston, but like even the and I still keep getting watch it.
oh, Problem, could you not even dangle a very good-looking actor in a waistcoat? I suppose he doesn't have the waistcoat till later on, but and that's sort of spoiler for Daniel. That's okay. Oh, so
Yeah.
Duncan's got a question.
Is it up? Is it
It's
up?
near the bottom.
Alright. Alright, okay. Right, so near the bottom. Hold on. Hold on, it's taking my century to actually, put it this
This is the fun of StreamYard, folks.
I don't actually see it
Right,
or not.
I'll say it, and then you might find it once. Will the conversation streams have a comeback? He says
Yeah.
he enjoyed them.
Right. Yeah, the conversations will make a comeback, but that won't be till after we finished in the duty, because that'll be the big thing for the channel. And we'll have a couple of guests in mind, but I haven't actually spoke the Charlotte about that yet because I think Aina just Aina just will be the primary focus right now. And to be honest, because I'm enjoying it.
But never say never, because the conversation streams, they were
Yeah,
purposely us going, oh, we just want to relax stream. We just want one where Daniel doesn't have to watch something 5 times and we
yeah,
don't have to like do a load of prep. So never say they'll definitely come back, and they might be a little bit interspersed in between Line of Duty stuff, but
yeah,
we don't like to plan too many streams ahead.
yeah.
It can stress us out. So they will come back, and they might be in between Line of Duty or after Line of Duty. We'll
Yeah.
see what
Or
happens.
just, I mean, yeah, but I can confirm that, I can confirm that you'll be back on the channel at some point. Also, as well, just to actually, just to actually else. Just actually tell everybody in the chat and Charlotte on stream. I forgot to actually tell you this as well. Occasionally, I kind of want to do the stream. In, we talk about a certain, a certain and have a panel on to discuss a certain uh, and like obviously in obviously you'll be a bit more of an occasional sort of team as well, but but yeah, I guess this was I kind of get some I kind of get some I kind of get studying in things on the channel to actually sort of okay. It's on what actual kind of older like for the who's means at the minute and we can just see if I'm doing but yeah some good very good design. Yes,
Yeah, so
yeah, but
it will probably become a bit of just a revolving roulette that we might do a couple of one type of stream, then do the odd one of the other, or just see how we sort of feel.
uh, so any so any
Problem's got one.
right.
I think it's easy if I spot them and you find them.
Is it up the because I'm right down the bottom
Daniel and Charlotte, have you watched the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV series?
I've heard of it, but I've not, I've not, I know the name, but I've never actually, I've never actually seen it.
Yeah, same. I've seen the movie with Martin Freeman because I think I caught it on telly once, and I thought, oh, everybody seems to love Hitchhikers, and it was quite funny. So I've seen the movie, and that did make me laugh quite a bit because it's such brilliant sense of humour. Hitchhikers.
So, Her Majesty as he wants to be very problematic and wants his son Daniel to tell what's wrong with how did they consider doing Red Ed down Ed down or it's something that I consider I consider doing a sort of watch on stream, but I think before that we do a stream like that on the red bill, or I think it's held it have to we would have to get a bit sort of and I just before that was left to become what so long of it to others about what about accident
Yeah, it's sort of watch alongs are a lot easier when you either know the show already, so possibly we'll we and that's what Daniel wants to do right now. We sort of both are gonna enjoy, I think, be doing some different things and sort of different fandoms and shows.
oh Jesus
Oh God,
probable.
You've been hanging around with Cockney too much, Lou.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I think half these comments are just that I've done a bad by just watching the movie. Because apparently it's not good in comparison.
oh my god.
I think we've kicked in the hornet's nest here.
Oh my god, he's having a moon. Thanks for that, Charlotte.
But to be fair, there's a load of like audio plays that I've heard are really good, and I haven't got around to watching. Like no, the audio plays.
Yeah. And also you should try and give them the or you should try and give them the dub or audio series a shot and
I'm
obviously
still on Dark Eyes. Like, oh, I think I broke Daniel.
You've had the best audio series for over a
Right, I'm not going to tell you how much I've listened to then, just because that's going to get an even worse reaction. Okay, Daniel stopped working for a bit, folks. And you're now seeing in a live stream when I say something and Daniel just gives me a look like, what? I've done it a few times recently. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm thinking my host is gonna shake it and gonna shake it okay, moving on before moving on before she kills me.
Yeah, before I give him like a heart attack or something. Hi, Mega Geek. Oh, they love each other, really.
Yeah.
So, Mega Geek, as you've just joined, as you can see, we're doing a Q&A. So, if you've got any questions,
yeah,
we sort of go from just normal chatting to Q&A. And as you can see, the problem is being problem.
And Sadak,
oh God, Sadaki, really?
And Sadaki's just asked the question that I want to know. What I mean.
Oh, he's gonna kill. Thanks, Daku. If you don't see me in a stream, folks, you'll know why. I've listened to 2 box sets. I've got the other 2.
So realistically, my God, you should be like. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm nervous, but I'm really nervous. I need to the full series and or about the entire and about the entire 7 years.
You know me. I don't binge. Plus, I'm a little bit busy nowadays, mate. I will listen to them all.
Yeah.
See, now you're quiet.
Okay, well, yeah, like, yeah, and like I do, you kind of honest, I do kind of want an honest, opinion on them after you've done it. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Alpha. Moving on. Oh, is that? No, it does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it's just the Celtic Kirsten, but on to the on to the paper. So
Yeah, no, that's the thing with Big Finish. This you can't just
yeah,
like quickly for me listen to them. That's why I picked stuff purposely that's quite a lot to it because I know it takes me forever to listen.
I'll not to be I'll not to be sort of here. I've not actually stuck up to Daniel up like for finish any the well because I've still got my Palmer again. I've still got my eighth the doctor and Lucy Miller. Series two to start on. I've got Down University pilot episodes to the start until once I've got the first all of the actual Anakin's universe series, so I do have a bit of a backlog myself, and also I've still got my season 8 sort of bill ready to actually
I was gonna say I've got a feeling Mega Geek's probably already started on his. On that,
see
'cause he got that Blu-ray, didn't he?
yeah, and see the problem is so well, see the problem is so Charlotte when oh, even would say that is my favourite sort of franchise if you want to call it that. Um, MC and just and just and so see and it's on the north east step it
I
kind
love that that's what you call it, by the way.
and it kinda stays on the north east step until I'm not um angry or like I'm never out to anymore and and I'm s- I'm still out trying to and I'm still out trying to process everything at the moment and it's so yeah
Yeah,
so
and let's just
I'll
say certain
look
actors
at it
can't be quiet at the moment,
yep
which probably isn't helping you.
yep
I'm just having a quick look. Have we missed anything? Because I seem to be a bit quicker at spotting stuff. Oh, I think Wendy a while ago actually. She said like a food question. Because remember we always randomly start talking about food recently on streams.
yeah you get
And I think it was sweet or savoury.
see I'm kind of more of a soup eat sort of person but because I like my desserts is I like all different sorts of desserts like toffee pudding and carrot cake, apple pie, and all of that, and what's other is else when and 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 you and there's an option to have it as there I usually take the opportunity to have a dessert. What about you?
Oh, chocolate. It's not
What
a
about
dessert thing.
you?
It's just chocolate. Pretty much.
Yeah.
If it's pure chocolate, I will eat it.
Mhm.
So I'm not good with like sweet cakes, like sponges or anything that's like just pastry.
Jesus, me, you would get on like a house on fire after that. ever from meat or progression. Oh,
Well, that's the thing. You threatened to make me eat like horrible Scottish food. You've said this.
haggis is not horrible.
No, Daniel. We've had this discussion. What is haggis? Tell the stream what haggis is.
Half of them have got scared beans in front of them so they can go.
No, I want you to say it out loud what haggis is.
Well, sheeps and testing.
So, it is not normal food. It is not normal food, and you're never gonna have me eat it. I mean, for God's sake, I would eat something if it has onions in it. So, no chance with intestines. And you know how fussy I am.
See?
Yeah, but PJ, I'm saying this because I love you. You're Scottish, you don't count. Because it's normal for you guys. I mean, for us non-Scottish people, it's not normal.
Oh, Jesus, I had PJ on tonight.
Yeah, but I would still fight you two. Not normal.
You get your proper power and you get your proper power. With PJ, to be honest with you, but then again, Charlotte's already told me that he's a bit of a terrorism. Well,
Told you, anything with any tiny bit of onion, like, it's like, no. Oh, God, Matthew, properly.
Yeah, I enjoy that as well.
Of course you do, because it's got things that you shouldn't put in food.
Hot dogs and get as well.
Yeah, I like hot dogs. Yeah, but what do you put on a hot dog? Oh, this is the fun thing. We both like hot dogs, but what do you put actually on it?
Jesus Christ, I've never actually thought.
That's boring. I just have a hot dog. Oh wow, just like.
Oh yeah, trifle, yeah.
Oh yeah, but it has to be chocolate trifle.
Nah, just a standard trifle for me.
But then it's basically just mousse. Chocolate trifle is basically just mousse.
Yeah, but do you not like proper trifle?
Nah. I told you I don't like Victoria Sponge. Or anything like that.
I'm gonna have a melt.
Now you guys have really seen what we're like off stream with each other. There's a reason Daniel's become my adoptive little brother.
Yeah.
See, now my dad loves mustard. He has it when if we have like a roast, and I'm just like, eh.
But for inch mustard is better than English mustard. For inch mustard is the way to what taste so nicer.
Just ketchup or more likely mayo with me. That's all I need.
Then if they got any more, then if they got any more questions that I get all the time, own sort of restaurant and
Sorry if nobody's eaten yet. But weirdly, the last couple of streams we've done, it's always we have a like weird section to do food.
Yeah. I can't eat. I can't. I can't eat. Hold on. I'll get the doctor coming up. I can't eat. I can't eat mustard. It just comes in my mouth.
Yeah, it's a strong taste. That's
Well, like, see, to be honest, we do like Charlotte can't eat. Charlotte can't eat it because she's on the others one, so
but Daniel, you can if you just want Daniel. Despite what
well,
people say, we can be on
yeah,
separate streams. So
yeah, yeah, so but like I've kind of been tuning into, I've kind of been tuning into, um, I've kind of been tuning into, I've kind of been tuning into, oh, um, I've kind of been tuning into, oh, I was recently, um, recently, yes, well, so I haven't had. So I haven't had any go back to six Batman yet.
oh,
So
he did offer Sunday. If I think that's for both of us then, if you want to both pop on.
uh, yeah, so yeah, so oh, um, so we kind of like get something out
Yeah, just get chat with Daniel, PJ, because I
there.
don't do Twitter, so work out a day, and Daniel he knows what days I can definitely say yes or no to. So
Yeah,
have a chat with Daniel, because I'll happily come on whenever I can, basically.
yeah,
Oh, Mr. Hyde, or the Geek Inside, hello. He's
yeah.
popped in. Sure, I saw another one. Uh,
Well, yeah, I mean, I've kind of been, yeah, well, I've kind of been wanting to come on and talk to you about multi area or something. Oh, and it's on
also, I
well,
could actually
right,
find it and watch it. That helps me.
it's on yeah, right now, Charlotte. So I'm sure that you got access to BBC.
Oh, that's what yeah. So I
Uh-huh.
can squeeze in what I can before Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, so, um, um, yeah, so we'll kind of hash it out and, we'll kind of hash out a timing one. We'll sort that out after the screen page.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, Sudoku's just asked me what's my favourite Stephen King book. Oh, that's hard. Because some of them, I love Stephen King, but some of he sort of has tropes. So
yeah,
some of his stories sort of merge a bit.
yeah, yeah,
And oh god, I could have said this is bad. I said I like his books, and now I can't think of.
yeah.
Probably is it called Misery? where the nurse, and it was the film with the nurse that
Yeah.
sort of kidnaps her favorite author. I think what's the book called? Misery. I can't think now.
See, to be honest with you, here what baffles me about you Charlotte, you're actually you're a positive person, but when you come down to, when it comes down to to be honest, if you, sort of shows that you watch over that you kinda just, and like the books that you read that are even answer and novels, like, isn't that not a contradiction to the type of personality that you have? Because you're mobile and because you're the most positive, because you're the most positive person in the community. But yeah, some of your interests are a bit of a contradiction.
Well, no, I think it's
What
because
I find.
I've always seemed to be attracted to tragedy.
Yeah,
Because if I go through like my favorite characters in fiction, none of them are really like, with some exceptions, but I seem to like tragedy, and it seems to be I seem to be attracted to characters that have a
yeah,
bit of that. So I think it's a bit of just my natural interest,
yeah,
but then my personality is I've always been a bit of I can read dark stuff and I like dark stuff, but if I'm in the mood, I can just watch the most. Like I call it fluff, something
yeah,
that's like no stakes, that's a bit silly.
yeah,
It's like for God, that I like theatre unironically because I just find it ridiculous. So I can go from one extreme to the other. Honest, really.
yeah. So any more sort of questions? That's a couple of questions for in chat, so like I'll hit Hannah answer that, but any more questions for us? Uh,
Because we are getting to the 2 hour mark soon, so we will be wrapping up probably in a, when we get the 2 hour mark. So that's plenty of time, I think, for Q and A.
what do you mean, like in terms of like, can you expand on that? Would it be
I've got a
like,
feeling it's Doctor Who because we've both done watch-alongs. I'm classic and you're
uh,
new Who.
so the favourites watch along that I've been a part of so far, is probably the on the target zone for hot um um or um or the anniversary old at the hot nose
Yeah, Hartnell first.
yeah, that's just in partly because there's an FU to the there's an FU to the Doctor Who social media pages basically. It's just
Yeah.
thought it was a good idea to shove the time with the children,
Yeah, I've sort of said this. I don't understand who runs those social medias.
but also but also as well, I do tend to think at some point during the anniversary sort of at some point during the anniversary on the either also that you should you should you um 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 I to be either as it unearthly the child again, or as it's appropriate on the actual anniversary. To be honest with you, because it's how it started. So yeah, I think it's nice more fans actually had that approach. Watch on anniversary to be of that story because it was a story that started it. Um, essentially.
Yeah, I've sort of got two. Like one that I enjoyed for the story, and because it was sort of, and it was actually because the whole classic thing. It only happened because I couldn't do the usual date, which was New Who. So Noel just kindly said, "Oh, just come on classic," and for that reason, and because it was the first proper Troughton episode I watched, and now he's become basically probably my favourite classic Doctor. So that I've just blanked. Is it Enemy of the World? Yeah, Enemy of the World. So that was fun, and then just because of I couldn't, it was such a weird episode, and I didn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed doing the watch along for it. It's probably going to be Delta because I cannot stand those episodes. But the watch along was funny.
Yeah, my cat is only expect you to say Eva, because like remember like a few days before that we were walking off
Yeah, and I
street
told you why I unironically like that episode.
but I was in stitches over.
Yeah, you just don't take that episode seriously, and you can have a right ball with it. Brilliant. Just don't take it seriously and just treat it as like the biggest load of Russell Camp going. Whereas like other episodes try that in that sort of vein, try and take themselves seriously. Well, I think the writer for that episode knew it was really silly, so they just leaned into it.
And fairness, so I used to enjoy Aliens a lot, and for the exact same reason.
Yeah, no, it something knows what it is, and I've always said this. If it leans into the fact that it knows it's camp, it knows it's silly. Like with the Batman show, it never took itself seriously, and that's why I like the 66 Batman because it knows what it is. Oh, we've already done that. Well, that's already been done, PJ, and it's such a long one. I don't think it'd be something that people want to repeat.
Yeah, and I think as well, when I get back to being in a better sort of yes, if who I'm going to do that, straight email if Charlotte just
Yeah, but my battery probably won't last. The whole thing. We'll have to do it in chunks.
Yeah.
Oh, and was it somebody asked me if I'd seen The Shining? Just seen it. PJ. Was it? No. Who asked? God, real time.
I don't know. They're all talking at the one time.
Yeah. Oh, that was disaster. Here we go. No, it's all about like there's a whole list of classic things I've not watched, but I know by reference, because I think everybody's seen certain scenes from that movie now, haven't they? They've all seen the girls. They've seen where's Johnny. So
and this I'm since parried it and parried it in the Treehouse of Horror. So technically, you must have seen that as
oh God,
over a million times.
ready for Daniel to break again. I'm not a Simpsons fan, even before it went rubbish.
See, to be honest, Mama, after everything past and season 8 is kind of shite anyway. So
I'm not a cartoon person. Like some stuff I can watch. Like I'm recently getting into some anime stuff, but just normal cartoons I struggle with. Even though, like, growing up, I was like a Power Rangers fan, like, and that's basically a live action cartoon. But
Okay.
yeah, I always seem to struggle with normal cartoons.
Yeah.
Okay, Retro, is that what sort of question is that? Shall we play a game? I'm sort of scared what that could be. Yes, that's the good thing, Disaster. We sort of both have got a whole treasure trove, haven't we, of stuff before our time, in a sense.
Yes. Yep. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I did watch that one. No, that's one I did watch.
Yeah, and obviously the Spider-Man 90s cartoons as well is awesome because it kind of did because it kind of did a crossover episode.
Well, yeah, because it was God, was it Fox Kids over here?
Yeah.
And like, so I watched that channel for other things. So I sort of caught bits of Spider-Man, but I did watch X-Men.
Yeah.
So I know the theme song, like, and bits and bobs Spider-Man.
So any more questions before we wrap up and we give the announcement about the just about the deal and the streaming and obviously how we're going to and out we'll take a couple more questions with that announcement and Charlotte to shout out and we'll shout out her appearances and I'll shout out Ian.
Like I said, I did see one. I'm getting it back up. So mine seems to be a bit quicker than yours. What was your from Disaster? What was your fave TV show? Oh, I had a few. That's a hard one. When I was very young, probably actually this is gonna make embarrass me. Probably Pokemon. Like, that's another thing. Like, I played the games, and a lot of my childhood, if I think for like TV shows, probably Pokemon.
Well, it's either a sort of pardon, it's either a sort of dream life and from um obviously I'm a big robot 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 and so yeah robot also on because that was um um because I was into the original on the robot was I've also I also enjoyed the shows Observe which only ran for two series that was actually shot in Edinburgh that was shown on the CBBC channel. So yeah, that was pretty good as well. And like obviously this is Era Jane Adventures as well and if I'm a childhood and obviously within the main show as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that wasn't obviously who, so I was trying to just go through.
Well, to be fair, I mentioned.
Oh no, I was.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, it's probably best just to keep this up now.
Well,
People are sharing theirs, which is lovely.
so, yeah. Yeah, sort of like, I think that they're going to wrap up soon, but before I on the over to Charlotte to get her shout outs tonight. So then, Aina Duty streams will be roughly about an hour and a half because given each of the films only were after about an hour, it wouldn't make sense to go um, our stream. So the first episode will be the first episode will be next Tuesday and if you guys enjoy it then the Tuesday after two episodes and then after our episodes will kind of take will kind of take a break and episode and episode and restarted and during that time. So yeah, so shall I go only on the over to only come over is Earth on Earth to give a out. So whose channel are you appearing on over the coming week? I obviously know I obviously know where the channels already because us you're on other channel and also as well back on here to do in the but who else is you appearing on here?
So I've got usual slot on Saturday on the TARDIS Zone, which is classic, and usually when he pops up and does the TARDIS Zone talks. But I can tell you guys, I've not said on any other streams yet. The lovely Mr. Hyde has invited me on the Script Doctors.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have listened. I won't say who I'm playing, but I will be full time Lash read through. So you're gonna listen to me say some lines. That's all I'm gonna say. And then when God love him, Dan's tech starts to come a bit more together, and he's a bit. I'm due to pop on his stream as well.
Yeah. In terms of myself, I know kind of a certain I'm on Captain Courtney the Sports channel and so is Charlotte and us he is well because I forgot to mention and Oxen.
But I knew you were.
Right, yeah. So so on Oxen News channel will kind of sort out that and email PJ behind the scenes because Charlotte can't do that because of obvious reasons. She's on she is on she's on the odd the zone and asexual panel, and as well and as well the invitation has still been extended for me to rejoin obviously the new panel as well. So I appreciate it, but I'm still also undecided about it, to be honest with you, and I'll probably let you know probably more about that. And then obviously after we do the episode, after we do the after the episode to review in the duty, we then move on to the in the in the move on to the second episode of the series as well. But everybody's channel that I mentioned is down in the description down below. And everybody that Charlotte mentioned is down in the below. I could speak give a bit some as well. And also as well, you've got my an account Celtic Daniel into if I don't have your Facebook, you can contact me on my account. But like anyway, guys, thank you for taking part in Q&A. I hope you enjoy the content I've got coming up on I'm really looking forward to doing the interviews and the other stuff to be beyond that as well. But until then, guys, I hope you stick with the channel. And thanks for the support tonight and all the questions and stuff. And yeah, and stay safe. And I hope to see some of you in the chat next time. Who's um um who's
You get to see me be the master for once over time.
yeah.
So thank you everybody for being in the chat and asking questions and being your usual lovely self.
Yeah.